that when DB came back and played for us, that they got mad that our fan base was booing her?
I don't believe in booing former players unless they left on like some edge.
In the world of professional sports, few moments truly shake the system. But this past week, the WNBA found itself in full damage control mode after Sophie Cunningham, a player known for her grit, competitiveness, and unfiltered honesty, decided she'd had enough. With a microphone in hand and the courage to speak her truth, Sophie pulled back the curtain on issues that the league has tried to keep quiet. From dangerous fan incidents to questionable officiating, in a league leadership more concerned with silencing players than protecting them. Her words have left the WNBA scrambling for answers. Today, we're diving deep into exactly what Sophie exposed, why the league is panicking, and what this means for the future of women's basketball. Sophie Cunningham has never been the kind of player to back down from a challenge. Whether she's driving into the paint or facing off against critics, she plays and speaks with passion. But her latest comments didn't just make waves, they created a storm. It started with a TikTok video, casual, off the cuff, where Sophie openly criticized the quality of WNBA officiating, calling the referees inconsistent. In her words, she was simply saying what many players think but are too afraid to voice. But the league wasn't amused. Within days, Sophie was slapped with a $500 fine. Most athletes might have stopped there, but Sophie, she doubled down. On her podcast, she expanded on those thoughts, talking about how poor officiating impacts the integrity of the game and how players often feel powerless to address it. For that, she got hit with another fine, this time $1,500. It wasn't about the money. Sophie made it clear she was being punished not for lying, but for telling the truth. And in doing so, she hinted at something bigger, an unspoken rule in the WNBA that criticism of the league, no matter how valid, will be met with swift and public discipline. That's where this story starts to take a turn. If the officiating controversy wasn't enough, the WNBA has also been facing something far more bizarre and far more disturbing. Over the past few weeks, games across the country have been interrupted by a completely unacceptable trend. Fans throwing sex toys onto the court. Yes, you heard that right. In Atlanta, Los Angeles, and even during games involving Cunningham's own team, players have been forced to dodge flying objects, one of which nearly hit Sophie herself. She had already addressed it once, pleading with fans to stop, saying, "You're going to hurt one of us." But just days later, it happened again. This isn't just an immature prank, it's dangerous. Imagine sprinting at full speed, focused entirely on the game, and suddenly something heavy or sharp lands at your feet. Players could be injured, games could be disrupted, and the overall image of the league takes a hit. Now the WNBA says it's cracking down. Stricter arena security, lifetime bans for offenders, and even the possibility of felony charges. But Sophie's point still stands. These measures came only after public embarrassment and pressure from the players. Why wasn't this addressed the moment it began? Why did it take multiple incidents before decisive action was taken? When you strip away the headlines, Sophie's message is about priorities. She believes the WNBA spends more energy protecting its image than protecting its players. Think about it. Criticism of referees gets an immediate fine, but dangerous fan behavior is met with delayed responses. This isn't just about a couple of games. It's about trust. Players want to know that their league will stand up for them, not against them when problems arise. They want consistency not only from referees, but from the very leadership running the sport they dedicate their lives to. Sophie's comments have resonated far beyond her own fan base. Other athletes, both in the WNBA and outside it, have quietly supported her stance. Because deep down, they know that a league's credibility isn't just built on marketing campaigns or flashy promos. It's built on how it treats its athletes when the cameras aren't rolling. The reaction has been swift and divided. Many fans have applauded Sophie's courage, flooding her social media with messages of support. Others believe she should have kept her thoughts behind closed doors to avoid giving the league negative press. Coaches like Cheryl Reeve have called the fan incidents super disrespectful. pointing to a broader issue of how female athletes are still sexualized and disrespected, even at the highest level. On the flip side, some league officials quietly suggest that players need to focus on the game rather than public disputes. But here's the thing. Change rarely happens when people stay silent, and Sophie Cunningham has made it clear she's not here to be silent. In the end, Sophie Cunningham's stand isn't just about basketball. It's about integrity, safety, and the right to speak the truth without fear of retaliation. She's exposed cracks in the WNBA's foundation, and now the league faces a choice: fix them or risk losing the trust of its players and fans. The next few months will be critical. Will the WNBA learn from this moment and strengthen its commitment to fairness and safety? Or will it continue to penalize those who speak up? Subscribe now and ring that bell so you never miss our deep dives into the biggest stories shaking the sports world. Until next time, keep your head in the game and your eyes on the truth.